In 2020 at Château Sudireau, we had excellent ripening conditions in the summer. Hot, sunny weather quite early on permitted a very early flowering in mid-May, and that was followed by a prolonged period of sunny, dry weather with occasional peaks of heat, but generally, in spite of all the sunshine, fairly fresh temperatures. In other words, perfect ripening conditions. We were able to make some wonderful dry white wines that were harvested at the beginning of September. Thereafter, conditions became paradoxically a little more difficult because September was sunny and dry, and this meant that the botrytis was rather late in arriving. This also meant that in order to make some great wines, we had an extremely long harvest for which great patience was required. We started harvesting the botrytized grapes on the 16th of September, and we actually carried on until the 5th of November. We did 4 tris in total. The first 2 happened in September and early October, and they yielded some elegant fine wines, but which lacked somewhat in concentration. We then decided to wait, in spite of a rather uncertain weather forecast, for the right conditions to come along to enable us to harvest at least a small volume of very high quality wine from botrytis grapes. And the gamble paid off because the right conditions came along, botrytis really set in, but it was pretty late, and we actually started our 3rd tree on the 19th of October, but the result was wonderful. We made some small volumes of really superb wine from this 3rd tree. Then the weather got a little bit more difficult again. We had to stop, and we carried on waiting, and perfect conditions came back, and we had some more development of excellent botrytis, which enabled us to do a 4th tree beginning on the 2nd of November, which was just 3 days, but yielded some superb wines. So yields in general were very low at Château Sudireau. We managed to make about 8.5 hectolitres per hectare, which is not a lot of wine. The Grand Vin is made from those 2 late tris, the ones that we waited for, where we took the risk and the gamble paid off. And we believe that the 2020 is going to be, even though it's a small volume, of historic quality for Château Sudireau.